Okay, that was one of the most painful races that I've done in a long time.
Carson Foster from Mason, Ohio. He'll win in the 400 IM.
Good morning, everyone. It's just before 7 o'clock, so I have like 2.5 hours before a race. 4 free this morning, and so I'm going to take you guys through my morning routine and behind the scenes of what it looks like for me on the day of a race day at my tune-up meet. So my ideal morning on a race day is to get up and have breakfast like 3 hours out of my race. With prelims being a little bit earlier here and me still wanting to prioritize sleep, I got up a little bit later today, but still way more than enough time for me to get in my full morning routine and breakfast and everything. So it is about 2.5 hours before. Nothing really changes. It's more so just, especially if it's a prelims that I want to go fast in, or that it's important that I go fast in order to make the final. I'll give myself some extra time, take a hot shower, and eat breakfast 3 hours out just to make sure that everything's digested. And 3 hours has just been a good window. So a little bit off this morning, but won't impact what I do at all. I'm going to do the same thing, still have more than enough time for everything. So my breakfast at a meet is a little different than what I showed you guys in the what I eat in a day video. I know there I showed you guys the oatmeal that I have every day, but at a meet, I typically will do a bagel and some eggs. It's just easier just to do a bagel and eggs in the breakfast area. So I like to get in the habit of doing what I'm probably going to do at the end of the season. And so bagel and eggs is a pretty safe choice. I can do that anywhere, no matter if I'm staying at a hotel, Airbnb, anything. So a little bit less carbs and overall calories in the morning isn't that bad. Plus it doesn't sit heavy in my stomach. So bagel and 3 eggs has worked out great for me. So another thing is my greens drink. So typically this is a meet morning only thing for me. It's really helpful for me, for my body, my digestive system, just to stay on a schedule. It's just good for you. Like, if you look at the back and you look at the things that are in it, you're like, that's probably things I should be taking, because I probably don't get enough vegetables in my diet. So I love it. It tastes great. And it's one of my meet day staples. All right, one more thing to show you guys before I head to the pool, the Assist Beta Fuel. So another thing I get off the feed, it's just carb powder. It's got 80 grams of carbs. And then I also carry around this water bottle which is just water. So I'm making sure I'm getting my hydration in, but also get my sugar in as well. It is 7:30 on the dot. So I have an hour and 50 minutes. So definitely right on schedule. Beautiful morning. Look at that. Not too hot out. Good thing we're going to be inside all day for a swim meet. I'm going to stop and get a coffee on the way there. And then I'll be to the pool. But I'm the first event today. So it's day 3 of the meet. It's Friday. And I'm swimming the 400 freestyle today. It's been a nice tune-up meet for me. We're 4 weeks out from Pampax, a little under 4 weeks out now. But I swam the 400 or the 200 fly on day 1 and then the 400 IM yesterday. And they both went pretty well. So this morning is going to be, I'm going to give it a solid effort. I'm not going to lay it all on the line this morning. Obviously, it's not going to be super, super hard to make it back in the A final. And I'm in a different heat than Rex this morning. So I'll give it a solid effort. It's probably not going to be anything crazy. More so just to, get a little sting in this morning and wake myself up so that tonight I can step up and rep something good. Based on my other swims, I think it'd be really, really great if I was in the 347 range tonight. I think 347, 348 low would be great. I'm not going to swim this event at Pampax, so this is just for fun. And just to practice racing and to try my best to also push Rex and help him swim fast. And so, yeah, that's the goal for tonight. We'll see. The bigger goal, I think, like I said in the 800 a few weeks ago in my first video, I do want to try and take it out fast. I don't know what that means for right now in this stage of the rest, what fast but I want it to feel aggressive, and I want to almost feel like I took it out too hard, just to practice getting over that mental hump of doing that. That'll be a goal for tonight. This morning, I'm just gonna kind of cruise though. Alright, Jalen's done. We didn't get a video of the race, but tonight there will be video. So I'll show that. There wasn't much to video this morning. I didn't press it too hard. 355. A very controlled, smooth swim set up tonight. But it was a sleepy morning for sure. Kind of show you guys, talk about my warm down a little bit. So all the guys on Texas, after we swim, we're required to do at least 20 minutes of continuous swimming, but I just finished up my 20 minutes. Now I'm just kicking a little extra to talk to you guys. But the strategy for tonight is gonna be to send it pretty good. So tonight I'm going to take out the first 200, see how close to sub 150 I can get that first 200, and just really try and go to the well a little bit mentally, and figure out a way to finish and race after taking out aggressive. So I'm saying that on camera now to make sure that I do it, and I don't get caught up in the emotions of the race and try and go out easier in order to conserve, because I really do want to get better at being aggressive and going back to that, because that used to be a really big strength of mine. So gonna do that, but overall, not bad. 355 in prelims. Gonna see if we can be a good bit faster tonight. All right, I hung out in the locker room for a little bit, hung out with some of the other guys racing. So now we are leaving. It's 10:30. I'm gonna go pick up Chipotle, have a little early lunch, and then show you guys what I do in between sessions to recover. But heading out now. All right, we got it. Now we're heading home. All right, we're back. On a day where I have prelims and finals, I get 2 Chipotle bowls with just, normally it's chicken and rice, and I get 2 of them. And I will have one now for my lunch, and then I'll have the second one after my nap, roughly 3 hours before I swim. So the reason why I just do the rice and then the meat and then nothing else is because I want to have my food be as simple as possible on a race day, especially between sessions. I don't want anything that could make my stomach upset, or, you know, anything with too many spices or something like that. So keep it very bland. I'll add like a half of an avocado to get some fats in there, but I keep it very simple because I just want it to be easy on my stomach. All right, it's a little past noon. I just got in bed to do like 30 minutes of Normatec, and then I am gonna take a nap.
1 hour later.
All right, it is a little over 3 hours before my swim. So I just woke up from my nap, took a hot shower. We're gonna have the second Chipotle bowl, and I will talk through some of the things I do as I get ready for. All right, so my Oura ring said I got around 47 minutes of sleep for a nap, which is great for me. And now I'm going to finish this up and then just kind of relax and leave with like 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I have time to get a coffee and get there to do a little bit more warm up and stretching, just because we're kind of getting towards the end of this meet. My body's feeling it a little bit. So I'm going to get there a little earlier tonight. All right, packing my bag for finals. Again, going to do another Beta Fuel just to sip on. I actually got pretty close to finishing it this morning. So going to bring this finals, especially because I'm swimming a 400 and I want to be fueled enough for that. So I got that all set, and then got my bottle of water as well. My suits and stuff for the 400 tonight, I'm going to be wearing the MT. So the new Mizuno 6 Royal MT. This is called sodium bicarbonate by Martin. You can't see the brand, but it is a supplement that I take before I race, and there's a limit on how much you can take, just because it's a ton of sodium. Not a limit from like drug testing standpoint. There's a limit on like how much is safe to take, just because it's so much sodium. As long as you're not taking it every day for a week, you're fine. It is supposed to kind of combat the lactic acid buildup. If anything, it's a placebo for me. I feel like it helps me, at least in the mindset of helping me take it out and be confident that I'm not going to die. And so It doesn't replace training, but it is something that I feel like enhances my racing. That's another thing that I get off the feed. Again, check out the link down below and I'll create a list of all the things that I order off the feed and get 40% off your first order. Just got to the pool. It's roughly an hour and 40 minutes out of our swim. Rex and I are the only ones here. And so I'm gonna start getting ready to get stretch, get in a little earlier, like I said, and get ready to swim because I'm gonna try and sun this tonight. So I'm getting myself motivated to do that. All right, for free, it's go time. This is gonna be fun. I'm actually excited to send it. I know it's gonna hurt, but it will be a good practice. And I think the fact that I've fully committed to it at this point by telling people I'm going to do it makes me excited to do it. And there's no consequence really, besides the fact that it might be really, really painful. Hard part is that Rex is so good at this event especially that he probably will try and take it out with me and still be super, super good on the back half. So it will be a really good race. Okay, that was one of the most painful races that I've done in a long time, but we were successful in the goal of taking it out really fast. Went out in like 150.4, which is really, really good, but I definitely had to work for it. I'll debrief it a little more when I'm done with warm down and I get back home, but overall pretty good. End time wasn't great, but execution was good. All right, so some of you might have the question, like, why would I make my whole goal of the race day today to just be about being aggressive in the front half split and not the overall time? Like, what would be the point of that? And the reason behind it is that all of our training and all these meets are kind of in preparation for the end meet to be our best at the end of the season. And that for me is practicing going out strong and having a race hurt at the halfway point and learning how to just deal with it and get after it regardless. So that was the big focus for me because the end time, not that great for me. I wasn't super thrilled with the end time, but I would give myself an A+ on execution and total race. So I'm really happy with how it went. All right, finishing the day, cold tub, about 5 to 7 minutes on my legs to get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow at the 2 a.m., last day of the meet. So you're gonna hopefully finish out the meet strong. But like I said a little bit ago, successful day, time was fine, but execution was exactly what I was hoping to do. And it's going to set me up well for next month if I get in a situation at my big meet where, you know, I get through half the race and, you know, I'm struggling a little bit, or I feel like I took it out too hard, or my legs are tightening up quicker than I expected. I can think back to today and remind myself that I already went through it and that I showed myself that I can push through the pain and continue to execute my race. And so today was a great day in becoming more process oriented and creating opportunities for myself to grow for the end of the season. So overall, great day. I hope you guys enjoyed following me along for a meet day. After this, I'm gonna go upstairs, shower, go to bed. So this is the end of the video. I appreciate you guys sticking around and watching the whole thing. And I will see you guys next week, and can't wait to show you guys the last couple weeks that will lead up into Tampax here in 4 weeks. All right, see you guys next week.